It is the DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name. I'm just going to go over my latest product here. Today I am going to be putting up the Warehouse District, so yet another one in my city series. So let's have a look at these maps. We have got the Warehouse District. Now you can see here that there are 6 separate buildings. We've got 2 very large warehouses, and we've got 2 sort of medium warehouses, and we've got one warehouse here that's sort of got a common office space and 2 separate storage areas, and then we've got this one here which has got 2 smaller warehouses. So you can see that the large, most of the warehouses are pretty standard. This one here though is a little bit special. This one at the top left corner here is a sort of a high security or warehouse, and it's got separate lockable rooms in there. So you could imagine it almost like a bank vault, but with a bit of storage rather than just keeping, just bulk goods. You'd have quite expensive goods in there, I would imagine. And this warehouse here is also a little bit special as well, because there's a bunch of sort of faux rows of goods, as you'd expect in a warehouse, and it would make it look very full, but you can actually wind your way through those rows of goods to get towards a sort of a hidden desk, I suppose. There's weapon racks in there and so on. So this one I would imagine would be like a sort of a Thieves Guild sort of front warehouse, where they can conduct business in private at the back there, away from prying eyes. So this is the general map. So that's 6 buildings with 8 separate warehouses. We have got that in gridless. We have got that at night with a grid, and at night with outer grids. I quite like this map. I've kept it deliberately dark, just so that you can allow, say for example, your characters to break in and maybe observe some business going down, or have a private meeting and something like that. And there's a variety of sort of dark places for rogues. Like I say, my city stuff is it's very rogue centric, I suppose. And I've numbered off these warehouses for a specific reason. So let's just have a look at these maps. So what I've done is I've done a close-up on each of the warehouses, just to allow for you to be able to focus on a specific warehouse. So you get a bit of a close-up on it. So I've got those warehouses in the same gridless, night grid and gridless as well. So that's the first warehouse. Here's the second warehouse. I've kept this one deliberately blank in case your PCs are seeking a bit of storage space, so you can have them come in and decide to plonk their stuff down in this area here, or if they might decide that they need to have access to the neighbouring one, that's got some key goods and they're going to break in through the wall. I don't know. It's just a blank one for whatever your PCs and your campaign direction is going. So there is a blank one there. Here's the rogues one. So you can see that there's narrow gaps between these rows, and so you got a bit of an armory at the back here, and a desk where you sort of your watch captain or guild captain or whoever needs it is there. Here's the other large warehouse. So there's a few wagons in there, and goods sort of piled high, mainly crates and barrels and packages and carpets and the like there. Definitely I'm quite a fan of these gridless night ones. I think they're quite moody and atmospheric. Here's the next warehouse, pretty straightforward. These are the smaller ones. So they've just not every warehouse needs to be huge and cavernous. And here's the high security cabin. Now, just because of the photo view I'm using, it's greyed out along the top here, but basically, some of these rooms have got bookcases and bookcases with potions and sort of vessels and something like that. Maybe they're potions, maybe they're expensive wines, and there's a lot of chests and the like, and you can see there's a shield and so on there, and so there's a lot of security here. Again, you can see here that there's a narrow entranceway, and there's portcullises or barred sort of viewing platforms from these office spaces here looking into that space, so that they can check the clientele before they progress into here. And I've sort of put a glowy magic thing in here just to show that this is serious. You've got mages placing incantations in there to protect the space. And I've also left one of these secure rooms blank as well, should the PCs choose to get their own high security space. Maybe they want to keep their magic gear in there and protected and something like that. So that's that space. It's a good novel difference from the other warehouses, and obviously we've got the whole map again. I think I've already shown you that. So that is the warehouse district. It's new. It's another one in the city series. I'm looking at completing another couple more in the city series, and then heading into the wilderness somewhere. So for those of you that really want the wilderness stuff, I'll be heading in that direction soon. Otherwise, please enjoy. You can find that on RPG Now, and I'll post a link on my YouTube clip as per usual. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening, and enjoy my products.